All right,
Hello.
everyone. It is that time of the week again. It is Outside the Box Live 2026, baby. We're our fourth season. As you all can see,
we're back, baby.
We are. Now, Gina's not with us tonight. She's not feeling well. But we got yours truly sitting next to me there. We got the FP. He's back with us for another week. What's up, False? Glad you could join us. And everyone, FP got some good news to share.
Yes, but like a lot of people on my channel, whoever does watch my channel, knows I've been looking for a car for a long time. Almost, probably 2 years, I'd say now, at least.
Okay.
And it's been rough. It sucked pretty bad. But I finally got a car, guys. It's a pretty good car, I think. It's new to me, so I'm happy. And it's a 2018 Chevy Traverse with like enough. It actually has room for 8 people. 8 people that can fit in there. That's a big car. It's one step down from a Suburban and a Tahoe.
You got
it's pretty big. It's big.
You got what, 5 kids, right?
What's that?
You have 5 kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
That's great, man. Everybody congratulate FP on the new wheels. That's great, man. So happy for you, man.
Yep, that's awesome. Hi,
It's been
Steph.
a long day, though. I didn't get to bed till 4 a.m. and I woke up at 8 to get to the bank by 9. I'm dead tired right now.
I hear you. So did you?
Thank you.
Did you get the car today?
Yes, on a Saturday in the rain.
Just today.
I did the worst things you could do. I bought a car on the weekend and in the rain. and the worst part about it, I looked at it last night in the dark. There you go.
I mean, it could have been snowing.
Right?
Yeah. You know, going car shopping is not fun in the rain, but I mean, you know, we could have got a blizzard or something this time of year. But anyway, man, that's great news. I'm really happy for you.
It was actually a toss-up between that car, the Traverse, and a 2019 Dodge Journey. But the Dodge Journey is so tiny. The third row is so cramped. It's like, no. So I went with but see, the nice thing about, the reason why I was even considering the Journey is because it was red and it had an RT. So it was like a fancy one, but I didn't want that.
Yeah. It was like souped up. It was the RT version. Yeah.
Like the Traverse, that looked, I mean, from the picture you showed me, sent me, it looked really nice.
What color?
It's like a wait, let me see. It's on the tag probably. Gray. It's gray, like a grayish slate gray.
Very nice. Nice, man. I'm actually a Chevy guy myself. A couple years ago I bought a Colorado and I'm going on like 6 years with it. I almost have it paid off.
They're nice. I like those.
Yeah, man. I mean, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's, I'm short. I'm not very tall. So I wanted a pickup truck, but I didn't want something, I didn't want to go with a Silverado or like a Dodge Ram or something. So, for my height, for my needs, it's a good truck, but I'm a Chevy guy, man. And I love Chevy's color schemes. Like when I was getting my truck, I had my eye on, I forget the name. It's called like metallic blue or something.
Oh,
and that's what I wanted, but none of the dealerships were able to get it in that color, so I just kind of settled for the one I have. But I love the one I have, though. I have a black truck, so.
Well, here, I'll go take a walk outside real quick and show everybody. Why not?
FP, hold
Yeah,
on,
dude.
hold on. Hold on, dude. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Here, one sec. I got the picture that you sent me.
Oh, you got the
Can't
picture? Oh, that's even
Can't
better.
wait to
Yeah.
can't wait to see it, man.
That's even better. It's in the daylight, so that's a good idea.
Oh yeah. Nice wheels.
That's the FP mobile.
Yep.
That's sharp, man. I like that. That's very sharp.
That is. Guys,
I
check
like
out
that a lot.
FP's new ride.
So next time
FP got some new wheels, baby. Beautiful car.
you go to Garrity's, Jay, let me know. I'm taking you. Hell yeah.
That's nice, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, thank you, brother. Congrats on almost having my car paid off. Yeah, just about. Next
I
summer.
still got another like 2 years to go. Something like that. Mine was like a 5.5-year loan.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yep.
Flint, yeah, I do. To answer your question, I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, I do. So today, well, last week, anybody that follows FP, his channel, saw he did a video where his son and his son's buddy are doing food reviews on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
I recommended him that they do a YouTube channel to expand his their followers. But FP Falls he did a video of them too and put it on his channel. That's where I saw it. Where they did a review of the Pit Stop Deli over in Pittston.
Yes.
I went there today and I got the meatball
Okay.
sub.
Oh, you went there. You
I went
finally
there
got
today.
there, Jay.
I
All
did.
right. I haven't been there yet.
He's open 7 days a week till 9 o'clock. So there's no reason nobody can go check this dude out. No.
But, I mean,
It's cool. He has there's like a counter where you could sit and eat or stand and eat, however you want to do it. But it's basically like your typical little convenient mart.
Kind of like
hot
a
and cold
bodega.
food section.
It's like
Yeah.
a bodega. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a little grocery store, kind of. Yeah.
Well, I
was talking-
noticed because I caught that video, FP. My wife and I checked that out. We watched your son and his buddy doing the pit stop, and anyway, the one thing that they got, wasn't it called a chopped cheese?
Chopped cheese and some kind of the other one was like buffalo, like chicken bites. But man, I'm not even lying. They smelled hot. Like I could smell the heat coming off of them. And when
Yeah.
King ate them, he was pouring sweat, dude. Off camera, when he was talking to me, he was sweating like crazy. He had to go downstairs and get some milk. He was like, "Man, that's really hot."
I know that's popular in the cities, like mostly like if you go to New York, if you're in Manhattan, and you're looking for maybe a quick bite to eat, something to drink. Oh, maybe you need, a bar of soap or something while you're there. If you hit one of those bodegas, it's like a little convenience store and they have a deli and they have, made to order food, but they're known for chopped cheese, which is, I think, ground beef. It's like a Philly cheesesteak, but it's ground beef, not shaved ribeye. So the more you know.
There, yeah. His name, I want to give a shout out to the Pit Stop Deli guys. His name, he goes by, they call him Skip. He's the
Okay.
owner. And give a shout out to Skip and his workers there at Pit Stop Deli. Check them out. Like
Yeah,
anybody
what up,
that's in
Skip?
the area. He's a good guy. He also told me that they take EBT now because they have like the convenience store. They have like milk, bread, that kind of stuff. Yeah, when I'm working on editing the video, so when I get the video up, you guys will see like it's just not it's like a little convenience store.
Cool.
There's actually another business opening up here in West Pittston, very close to our house. and it's well, you know where the big building across the street from you,
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, it's on the corner. It used to be the
dry cleaning place.
before they moved down the street, the dry
Yeah.
cleaner. Yeah.
It's
I
now
saw-
called Emerald District. That's
Called what?
that's new business called Emerald District, and it's basically a CBD shop right next to my house. I'm so happy.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
I could walk there.
Yes, you can.
Is that the building across from Antonio's? I see they've been doing some work there.
They're really
Inside that-
pretty
yeah.
nice. I met the owner last night. I talked to him for a few minutes, and it was like because I was walking by, and all of a sudden I saw the lights on because they were doing work in there and stuff, and I was like, "What the heck?" So I gotta say one thing. I've walked by that place multiple times in the past few days and did not look up once, and that sign's been up there for a week. Selective blindness is a real thing. When you're not looking for something and it's still right there, you won't even notice it. Not at all.
Okay, and when you were doing that, were you looking at your phone, watching your group video chat?
No, I mean, still, like, for instance, like the day before, I took Malachi over to the gas station. I didn't look up, I didn't see it, and I was looking around, It just, sometimes your mind doesn't see things.
Yeah, you don't pay attention. It's
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Sometimes I'm driving down the road, like even in my neighborhood, guys, and I'll, I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe I stop at a stop sign I've stopped at a million times, but I turn my head to the right and I'm like, I never noticed that house, or I never noticed that garage or something. Yeah, that building, and it's like, it's like, I never knew that was there.
Yep.
So I know what you mean.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw, because I was coming home. I was coming up to San Antonio's, and I saw he has the skilled games. So I guess they have some type of game thing, like the skilled games they're going to have too, because they have the sign laid up. I'm like,
I guess they're gonna have like pool tables in there, and like I guess it's gonna be like a little like shop type, hangout type, whatever. I don't know.
Joe, who's not sounding good?
Yeah, let us know if it gets any better or worse. We'll keep an eye on that. Thank you, Joe.
What happened?
We don't know yet.
Yeah. Just one of our watchers here said the sound isn't too good, so
I'm sorry.
we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. It's thank you for ever click the QR code.
You guys heard, but down on Susquehanna Avenue, oh, we're getting other people saying the same thing. Yeah.
Is it all of us, or is it just one of us? Like, give us a little bit of clarity.
More details. It's probably my phone. My phone sucks bad. I gotta get a new phone.
We're not in a professional studio or anything, we're just kind of winging it.
It is probably me because I'm in like basically I'm in the bathroom. I'm not gonna lie, and it's probably echoing. As you can see, my shower curtain behind me.
Moving background is making Mike queasy. He's watching outside the box on a 75-inch TV. I mean, dude.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I could see how that would make you a little dizzy.
Oh yeah.
But I like it though.
Yeah, well, we could change it.
It's calming.
False. It's me. It's the echo. I'm sorry, guys.
Not a problem.
How's that?
All right. So what else is going on with you guys, man? How was your week?
Long,
tiring.
Yeah, we're still doing. I'm still doing like pulling 10-hour days. We're still got the overtime rolling. Yeah. So, we lost false. But I dubbed this episode "Looking Back." Just to touch base on how it all started, where we all came from, kind of thing throughout the night, course of the night. If anybody wants to, like, ask us questions about anything. But
that is Petro.
Brother Crewman is in the house. Yeah, that's Petro. That's Petro.
Dude, my best friend and I, when we got our licenses, he got a car. He turned 16 first or whatever. He got a car, and we would hang out in that arcade in Petro. Like every Friday night, we would go there and just spend all our money in the arcade.
It's gone.
It's
not there anymore.
Oh, man. Dude, I haven't been there in a long time.
I was there about a month or two ago because I did a review. I did a food review on a Sunday. I walk in and what used to be the arcade, empty. Like, that place is bare now. Like, that whole mall is bare. Oh, False is coming to the... We're getting False back in.
There he is.
How's that sound?
I'll say something.
Hello?
We could hear you. I could hear you. I mean, it's...
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, let's see what the chat says. Is it the iron skillet?
The old iron skillet, Jay.
Yeah, it's open.
The iron skillet buffet. Yeah, we used to go to town, man, on that breakfast buffet.
They don't have the... I don't know if they have the buffet anymore because it wasn't there when I went there. Unless it's on certain times. I was there during the day. So I don't know if they still do the buffet, but I remember when it was 24 hours. It's not 24 hours anymore.
Wow. Man.
You used to go there at like 3 a.m. after the bar.
Right.
Go get, the either the buffets or the skillet meal, like whatever, breakfast. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were the good old days.
They were.
Thank you, BG. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Could be a connection. Could be.
Let me
Restream uses a website. But it's not like an app. Well, I mean, I guess you'd call it, but it's like we log into a website. The website could be off a little bit. I don't know. Sorry.
I'm just checking in with Steph here. She's out in my living room while I'm in headquarters here. So I'm just seeing if she's having some audio issues. So I'll get back to you right away.
Cool.
Let's see. Seems okay. So, all right. We'll keep an eye on this. But anyway.
Yeah. If I try and refresh or anything now, it's going to bump everybody off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Sounds good. So what are we taste testing tonight? Anything?
I forgot to buy something today at the store. Damn, I don't have nothing this week.
The main reason I ask is because, I have two things, right? So one,
All right, cool.
One item is a request from Brother Crewman, and the other, I'm going to keep everybody in suspense for a little bit, but I have a very special item to sample this evening, and
Nice.
and I'm going to give a shout out to Mike, because this one's for Mike and also to Stephanie, that have been ganging up on us in the past couple episodes to do this laxative challenge. Well, let me show you what I got this evening.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. I'm afraid.
Not going to do laxatives, but
Oh, thank God.
something caught my eye at the grocery store and I just had to get it. Pickle juice.
Oh,
Pickle juice in a bottle.
pickled. I never they.
Okay, I would drink that.
You know?
Yes, sir. So when
FP, you drink anything.
so when the time is right, I hope you all
You're gonna jam out some juice.
I hope you all appreciate the pickle juice challenge this evening. We're not going to do no laxatives, but we're going to do some pickle juice. All right.
Hey. But so, if anybody caught my video yesterday, it was from Rich's Restaurant from Kaiser Ave. Guys, you gotta go check this joint out.
Cheers, man.
It's little.
Yeah, I saw that video.
And I mean that for being up here in Taylor, Pennsylvania, that was some damn good gumbo, man. I know you'll find homemade gumbo down south, but this was amazing. Like this was good. This was real good.
It looked good. It took me
his burger. The burger was nice and juicy. That I don't felt like he steamed the buns, not toasted, but they were like the bun was nice and soft. That burger was amazing. The weenie kicked ass. It was good.
Yeah, it took me a minute to think of where that place was, but then it clicked. It's like before the Walmart in Taylor, right? So it's by that car wash.
It's literally the same building as the car wash.
Yeah.
And I was actually going to check out. It's called, which I'm going to get there eventually, called Boulevard Diner in Scranton. I was actually headed there. I was either going to do Boulevard Diner or G&M's or GW warehouse, G&M's warehouse in Scranton. Two diner type joints. And I'm driving up and I see the car wash, but then I catch to the corner of my restaurant and it was lit up. So I'm like, oh, a restaurant. So I doubled back and that's where I ended up. And it's maybe your TV, 75-inch.
Mike is convinced that you're a hologram this evening.
If that's the case, I'd have it do my job and I'd go back to bed.
We should have called this episode Outside the Box NHI edition, non-human intelligence.
Yeah. Oh, Fred. I remember last week we were talking about that new HBO show, Welcome to Derry. I think. Did we mention that?
I don't remember.
Might have. I don't know, but yeah, I've heard of this show. Yeah.
You didn't watch it yet?
No.
Oh, you gotta check that out, man.
Oh, isn't it like isn't it a spinoff on Pennywise?
Well, I really don't want to give nothing away. It's not really a spin-off, I would say. It's more of a
like an origin story.
Where he came from. Yeah, where he came from. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it really is.
Pennywise the clown origin story. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I saw the preview for it, yeah. FP,
Yeah,
is it that same actor that plays him in this show?
No, it's a different guy. I think the original guy was Tim Curry or something, right? I think so.
Yeah, it was Tim Curry in the original It.
Yeah, no, I think the new guy's name is Brad something, I think.
Yeah, well, I think with the recent like It movies, guy's name escapes me. It's like something Scandinavian, isn't it? Like Skarsgård or something.
No clue.
Anyway.
What's up, Bill? How you doing tonight? Thanks for hanging with us.
No, I am not thinking right now, dude.
Thank you for the guys that are watching, guys and gals watching this on Facebook, I'm just trying to scamming through the other social media platform, Instagram, YouTube, all of yous. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, false. The guy that I'm thinking of, the actor, his name is Bill Skarsgård.
Okay.
He plays Pennywise in like the movies that came out like in the last 5 or 6 years. He's got those crazy eyes. He's good. Skarsgård. Oh yeah, he was in Nosferatu as well. He was Count Orlok. The Nosferatu movie. That was pretty good. I like that.
Bill, where's that at? Wukong
Jay,
Chinese.
that's the former Charlie B's, like right by Junior's Mini Mart in Plains.
Oh, wait, Charlie B. We're not talking on River Street. We're talking when you're going through the Okies.
Right, we're talking.
I didn't know Charlie. I didn't realize Charlie B. Oh no, you did. Someone did mention it's no longer Charlie B's.
Yeah.
So Bill, let's give us your rundown. How was it?
Yeah, Bill, tell us what you thought, man. My wife and I have had it once or twice. We got takeout. I think the first weekend they opened. I think the next day we went ahead and ordered. We don't normally do that. We like to give it, a week or two. But we weren't disappointed. It was really good.
222 Susie Q's hitting us up, checking us out from Instagram. Hey, Susie Q, what's going on? Thanks for hanging. Appreciate it.
We got Tyler in the house. What's up, Tyler?
Oh, hey, what's up, Tyler?
What is up,
Thank you,
y'all?
Tyler. Oh, Tyler, and I have another sub video for you. I'm working on it now. It's meatball sub from a local pit stop deli. So that turned out pretty good too. Where else? Where else was I thinking? I had sushi, was just okay. Had the fried rice and that.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, Bill,
I'm gonna have to check that.
I think you'll like it, Jay. And you know what, too? It's the type of place that's seems welcoming for you to, sit down and like do an honest review of the place. Like,
nice.
They kind of remodeled the dining room a little bit. So it's a nice place. It's really.
I'm definitely checking that out.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I'll shoot for next week.
Yeah. And Bill, we kind of did the same thing when my wife and I ordered from there. We kind of like danced around the menu a little bit. I got some sushi. We got like chicken and broccoli. I think we tried their lo mein. We kind of dabbled a little bit because they have a little bit of everything. So. Well, Jay, I'm going to go forward with my first taste test, which is not the pickle juice, but we're gonna get there.
Pickle juice.
So this one goes out to Brother Crewman and Jennifer.
Who's Jennifer?
Jennifer is his fiance.
Oh, okay.
My future sister-in-law. So this one's for them. We're doing the Poppy Cranberry Fizz. It's a holiday flavor. So get them while you can.
I don't know, Mike. Like I'm hearing the chirps too. It's not from my side. I don't know.
Sorry.
We got 19 views from the Facebook page, from SGW Media page. 19. Thank you for the 19 over there. Appreciate that also. So Friday night, last night was Friday. I stopped by and did a quick review from Uncle Joe's Pizza. I forgot. Someone turn off your audio. I'm going to go with false. Or use your headphones.
Yeah. False, do you have headphones? Maybe grab some earbuds. Yeah. Give that a try. So Jay, Uncle Joe's. Yeah, probably, Bill.
FP,
I don't see why not.
Or wear headphones. You're feedbacking.
Are we still good? Could you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, everybody. Sorry about the audio issues tonight. Thanks for hanging in there with us.
If false drops the phone in the toilet, I'm gonna fall apart.
Okay.
Skeptical's in the house. All right, maybe we got that fixed. I was gonna say something. I totally just went blank. Oh,
You
Uncle
were telling
Joe's
us about
Pizza.
Uncle Joe's Pizza.
Uncle Joe's. I forget how big one cut of Uncle Joe's pizza is. It's like 2 cuts of normal pizza, and they have a special. If you buy 2 cuts, you get a free soda. It's like, hey, that's a good deal. So I got the two cut in the drink special. I got a 3rd cut just for the hell of it. But let me tell you, I'm down to 265.
Excellent.
False. What did you do a weekly weigh-in yet? False.
That's some real improvement, man. That's incredible, dude.
I'm still hovering around 269. I keep going up and down. It's good though. I'm okay.
I checked I weighed myself this morning, 265. I was like, yes.
You're doing good, Jay.
So tonight I went to get because I went to get a case of water. It's still in the car, so I don't have nothing. I don't have my taste test tonight. It's out in the car. I got a case of water, but I also got a dinner. The Garrity dinner. I got sweet and sour chicken with mashed potatoes and roasted vegetables. Yes, eating my vegetables. And I made from the bar the side like a side salad. Let me tell you, there's still no enjoyment with salad, but it is what it is.
Every little bit counts, Jay.
Yeah, but there's no fun in eating a salad. There's just no joy.
I know.
No excitement.
I know. I don't know if it's us just being, just like we're men, like we're men. We need sustenance. We need something to fill us,
potatoes,
so we're not
corn.
so we're not starving all night, I mean, but that's how you feel when you have a salad for dinner. I mean, you're just like,
That's it.
It takes everything in you to not go like raid your cabinets for, all the junk food. That's my problem.
That's mine. But let me tell you though, the Manjaro works wonders. It curbs my appetite. I'm not always hungry. I like without Manjaro, I would not be down. I would not be down to 265. I'm giving kudos half of it to Manjaro. It's
That's great progress, Jay.
You know it, brother. Eat your vitamins. Say your prayers. And I forget what else he says, but what else was it? What was I gonna say? Well, actually, I am going to church tomorrow morning, so you know. Yeah, I know, Skip, but when you were over 300 pounds, you know, you gotta. Awesome, Sig. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying, dude. I mean, I have to change my ways too, guys. You know, you're not alone in it. It's for me, it's just like finding the motivation and sticking with it and not giving into temptation with like the junk food and the late night snacking and all that kind of shit, because that's what
kills you.
Like this, yeah, that's what destroys me, and that's what, you know, that's how I gained a couple extra pounds over these past couple of years. And I have a sedentary job. I'm sitting in a chair all day. I try to like get up and move around. Jay, you know the feeling. I mean, working from home, you're just like glued to the computer all day.
Yep.
You know,
Bill, what I did was I cut the carbs. I'll have said once a week I'll have pizza. That's my pizza week. Fridays. But during the week I stick mostly with like chicken, rice. Like I'm not really jamming into potatoes anymore. I'm not going to the fast food places. I'm not. But I did see on YouTube. If anybody follows him, his name is Dame. He goes by Dame Drops. He's funny as hell. I love watching his videos. He went to Arby's, and Arby's I guess has this like $7, $8 deal.
Box.
You get like a sandwich and 2 sides or something like that.
Yeah.
Something to that, 2 or 3 sides, something like that. And that actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, it does. It does look good. They make it look delicious on TV too, and I think it's all kind of like a box set, right? So you get, like you said, you get your sandwich and maybe the mozzarella sticks and the curly fries and a drink and I mean, it's.
I did not go after the Burger King SpongeBob Whopper thing. I was like, I heard too many like negative. I'm like, yeah, no, not at all. I didn't, but I did try. I didn't do a review, but I did try the Smokehouse Steakhouse mushroom burger from Burger King. It was okay. I'd rather the regular Whopper with cheese better. It wasn't bad. Oh, Frank the man. Ouch, man. Yeah. That's why I don't eat seafood. It's deadly to your health. Or to your fingers, however you do it.
Like Frank, like you cut your finger like off, dude. Like it's.
Oh yeah, I'm getting heebie just thinking about it. I am on.
Shoot, man.
Oh, excuse me.
But Thursday, I want to check out the new Mexican place down in Plymouth. Yes, Mike, your ears are very well, thank you. But yeah,
Jay, is that the former Rocks 52?
Yeah. Rocks 52 had good food. I don't know why they ended up closing. Like,
yeah,
every time I was there, they were busy. And I don't know what they were doing during the week because I would go on a Friday or Saturday. They were busy.
Yeah. I thought they had great food. I loved it.
Yeah, so did I.
I love everything though. That's part of the problem too. I love everything. I'm not a picky eater.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, all right. Well,
That's another issue.
I'm gonna go
Well-
off here for the night, but I will check you guys next week because I'm kind of tired and I'm gonna try to get some rest. But,
all right, Falls.
right,
Thanks for
Falls.
hanging with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
I'll be
Come
back.
back, dude. Good luck with your new car. We're happy for you, man.
Yes, we are.
bye-bye, everybody.
See you, dude.
Well, glad for. I hope he is good with his vehicle. Does he want to come back?
Absolutely.
Might be coming back. Hold on.
It's always exciting to get a new car.
Somehow he here we'll. All right. Yeah, I remember when I got my Forte, I was like, it only had 13 or like, it was under 20 miles it had on it. I was like, wow, cool. Yeah, I guess you could call it a salad bowl with pizza. Why not? So you get your best of both worlds. You get veggies, those great tasting, healthy vegetables with sauce and cheese. It's the best way to eat them. I was on my veggie pizza kick for a little bit. But yeah, it was where'd I go last? Oh, but Uncle Joe's had a great, so shout out to Uncle Joe's owner and staff. It's not Joe doesn't own it anymore. One of his about a year or so ago, one of his like employees bought it from him and took it over. Oh, thank you. I was just putzing around with a program I had. Actually, it's a program built within the in the Wix.com website builder, and that's where I was like, oh, let's check this out. And yeah, I was thinking about changing it up a little bit, but I'm just going to keep because I thought it turned out pretty easy.
Gee, I'm glad Tyler brought that up because I noticed that too, and I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot, man. It's subtle, but it just kind of
right to the point.
Gets you excited for the video. Yeah, it gets to the point, gets you ready for where you're going, what you're going to review, and they're cool intros. So great job on that.
Thank you. I might redo it to tweak it a little bit, just to add more because I was like, do I do this? Do I do that? Like, it doesn't give you a lot of like to key in like type stuff. It doesn't give you a lot of option, like a lot of ways to do it.
Text.
So like,
yeah.
But
yep.
For lunch. How you doing, Frog? No, I never heard of it. That's a new one. I got to jot down on the to-do list. Carmela's in West Scranton for lunch. Is it just like a diner, restaurant? Like, give us the 411.
Fall Guy. Jay has been to the Keystone in West Scranton.
Keystone was good. I like the Keystone.
Jay was at the Keystone a little bit ago.
I like the Keystone because it's Keystone. Like you walk into Keystone and yeah, tell me about it. Go there.
Go
and
to Booyah instead, Bill. Go to Booyah. Don't go to Five Guys.
The one thing though, I will say with Five Guys, I mean you got a thick burger compared to Booyah, which was like thinner, but
yeah,
Booyah's prices are a lot better than Five Guys, I think. And those two Texas those chili dogs I got from there were amazing. I never got a hot dog from Five Guys, but I've seen people on YouTube get it, and it's like, and they don't use like a hot dog. Well, I don't know what they use, but it's like, damn. The best place I got a chili dog from was Dagwood's back down in Kingston.
Oh yeah,
I miss Dagwood's.
yeah, that was a good place.
It
was a good place. They had a good. What did I get there one time? You know, like Jay, you know how there's a Reuben, and then you could get what's called a Rachel.
The Rachel was with was it turkey?
Turkey and coleslaw and Thousand Island dressing.
I never did the Rachel. I always went hardcore with the Reuben.
Me too, usually, you know, but like sometimes if Steph and I get like KJ's or something, or you know, back in the day, like Dagwood's, I would get that Rachel sandwich. I'm pretty sure I could be making this up, but I'm pretty sure I had that there years ago.
Oh wow, Mark. Ooh, hope you're feeling better.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, Steph. I like Booyah, and the guy I was talking to, one of the owners. I think his name was Kyle. I think he said his name was Kyle. But yeah, I do want to get back there to check out their pizza. So I'm going back to do their pizza. I just don't know when. I'm gonna space it a little bit, but yeah, definitely.
It is good. I've had it a couple times, and it's good.
Gina, I don't know. But, I mean, I'm glad he was able to step in even for a little bit. I'm happy for him he got the new car.
Right, Mike. Exactly.
I will say, though, for like, you know who makes a decent Reuben for like, you wouldn't really think of it, but they really do. At least they did. Arby's. Arby's Reubens were really, I mean, they were pretty decent. At least they were back in the day when I worked there.
Nice.
They used the marble rye bread. We'd always toast them. Thousand Island with the kraut, Swiss cheese, and the corned beef.
Yep. And that's the perfect combo right there.
Now, when I went to Mark Ever, yeah, Mark, that's sad, man. She died shortly after. Whew. It's not, yeah.
Yeah.
It's But when I went to Goldstein's, I had their Reuben, and their Reuben was good too. Goldstein's Deli.
Yeah, that's another good place too. Yeah.
And I know they're a little on the high side because it is technically still a Jewish delicatessen. But there's new owners. The original family sold out, and the guy who's running it now is trying to, you know, they opened up the bar part in the back, and it's funny because a girl I used to be under my crew at Arby's is the manager there now, and she was behind the bar when I was there a couple weeks ago, and yeah, it's I look back, like I think about when I used to manage Arby's, and like my crew, how they were back then. Now I'm seeing them like on Instagram, running into them, you know, now, and how they all, you know, did pretty good with their lives, you know, like we had a girl come in Arby's. She filled out an application. My boss at the time said, "Hey, you know, so-and-so's coming in, you know, to do the paperwork." All right, no problem. I got it. To find out she was only 15. Okay. Now, this girl did not act like she was 15. She came in, you know, whatever her goal was at that point, she wanted a job. She wanted to work. Only thing with being 15, you had to really watch because of the labor laws. But so she worked the weekend, Saturday and Sunday morning. She was on register and took care of the dining room. But the minute she hit 16 and she was able like to do the fryers and stuff, she ran with it, and she like was one of the best workers in that place that I had. And now I see her on Instagram, and she's married, she has a kid, and she's a nurse. Fall Guy, I did go to Pier Street Deli. I had their breakfast, and their breakfast kicked ass. Like, and it wasn't expensive. It was pretty like. Well, I'm going back a few years, but I had like a meat lover's omelet. It came with a side of potatoes. And I got a drink. It was like under $10. It was like $7 or $8. I was like, damn.
Jay, I have a question for you from one of our many viewers here. So we have somebody who's wondering if you remember Allen's Subs on High Street in Wilkes-Barre.
Oh shit! Wait, I didn't see that. I missed that question. Sorry, I didn't see it. It zoomed by me.
No, that's okay. It was like a private message from somebody. So Allen's Subs on High Street, Wilkes-Barre.
Not the one on High Street, but there was an Allen Subs in the mall.
In the mall.
In the food court. So I remember that one. To anybody that wonders what Allen Subs was, that was the pre version of Subway. Best way to explain it. It was like a Subway of the time. You went in, they made your sub. I mean, like, again, this was in the food court, so I mean, but it was the pre Subway, I'd say.
Cool.
Nice. Now, I heard tonight somebody was telling me that actually my one sister was telling me she didn't catch the name of it, so I don't know if it's something different or if it's the same. If you're going out to say you're going to go out to Ranch Wagon, okay, and right before Ranch Wagon, now you're going up the highway from, say, Kingston, 44th, and right before the Ranch Wagon, there's that break off. You make a right, it kind of goes down into a hill, and you go into like the side, whatever area.
Yeah.
On the corner of that road in DeMuns Road, I think it's Lower DeMuns, there was a restaurant that's been there for years. And it was first a bar, then it was not sushi, but like a seafood joint. But my sister, when she went out, she was out that way, and it was like gets open for breakfast. I don't know if it changed again or if it's the same, but if anybody knows what that name is or if it's a different place now, let me know, because I would like to try that. Like, because according to what my sister said, it's you can get breakfast, lunch. So I'm kind of curious now. My curiosity is piqued a little bit. Remember Allen Subs? There was one in Sansui, and I believe there was one briefly where I don't know. I don't. Yeah, so the only Allen Subs I remember was the one in the food court. Valley Seafood. I think that's the old Finks down on North Washington. I think am I right, Bill? With the old Finks. All right, I'm gonna throw one out there. Who remembers Mr. Tom's Turkey Barbecue? I'm going back to like early 80s.
Bill, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree 1,000,000%. That would be fantastic for this area. Having basically, like, I grew up in Philly, basically. We're always there for concerts, sporting events. A lot of my family members went to school in Philly, so we're always down there. I've been through the Reading Terminal so many times, and it never gets old. I mean, it's just amazing, so much good food. I'd love to see them do that with.
All right, give me the insight on this Reading Terminal, because I was never there.
Oh my gosh, where do I begin? So you're in Center City, Philly, right? Like, if you're on Market Street, which is, the hustle bustle kind of, main throughway, which eventually you reach City Hall. And then you have Broad Street that runs right through City Hall. It goes up to North Philly and down to South Philly to the stadiums. And the Reading Terminal is like smack dab in the middle of all of that hustle bustle. So you got people coming in for, a quick bite to eat on their lunch break. You have, people that live in those neighborhoods that go there to shop. They're getting fresh meat, produce, things that you can't get. Like, honestly, Jay, the Reading Terminal in some ways, I think, probably inspired some of these hip grocery stores that we see nowadays, like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and places like that, where you could go and you could get like organic things, but maybe not just organic. You can get like fresh cuts of meat, fresh seafood. It was like just pulled out of the ocean that morning and it's there for you, and then it's just dozens upon dozens of like food vendors. It's just like food stall after food stall. You could get everything from cheesesteaks to gyros, African food, Indian food. It's like the cultural epicenter of Philly. It really is.
Smith 23971 has joined us from Instagram. How you doing, Smith? Thanks for hanging. There's Mr. Tom's Turkey Barbecue. Okay, there was a little store in the mall, but I'm gonna say probably where Fridays is now, up near that area. They had a stand somewhere. I can't remember the exact location, but there was a guy named Tim who, like, it was Tom's brother, a guy named Tim who ran everything. And it's funny because across from the Midway, you'd have that the flower tent. I'm sure you went past it many times throughout the holidays. They'd have the flower tent. Well, Tim's family runs that flower tent, so every time I go to get flowers for the Grizz, I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he remembers me, and it's funny. He remembers me. It's legendary. Palestra is like, hell yeah.
Yeah, Mark, they Penn still plays their home games at the Palestra. And I'm going to pick on my brother for a second here. Brother Crewman. Tell Mark, I remember when you were a student down there, I think you saw a game or two at the Palestra, didn't you? That's cool, Mark. That's awesome. You got to see a game there.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever make it to Franklin Field for a football game or a soccer game? Franklin Field. We used to go there quite a bit to see Temple back in the day. But yeah, Jay, if you find yourself in Philly, as someone who appreciates good food and trying all kinds of food, and I know you would love it, man. The Reading Terminal is just unbelievable.
Fall Guy, thank you for that. I never heard of that Carwana lunch. Carbondale, I'd go to Carbondale. Definitely.
Nice.
It was funny. I was just going through my old videos just because I was bored. And I came across some old paranormal videos that me and FP did. And I kind of missed the paranormal research. I do.
You guys should get back into it, man. You should, like, when the weather breaks, you should get back into that.
It's just time. By then my hours will slow down a little bit too. Yeah. Right now, it's just with working, I'm doing 10 plus a day. And Friday nights, I'm not even really doing Friday night videos anymore because I'm just, by the time I get out of work, it's 6:30. I'm beat. I'm tired. Plus I'm getting old. I told you guys how I got rid of, don't find yourself on
Yeah, I mean, you certainly want to avoid that part of town, but just,
Is that in Philly?
know your, yeah, that's up in North Philly. That's, just a very rough area. But you got to just be aware of your surroundings, not look for trouble, and you'll be okay. I've been going to Philly all my life and never had a problem. Knock on wood. So.
Oh, Fall Guy. Yeah, you almost ran me over. I remember you now. No, it's funny. I just got back from probably the store. I was going to go into the store somewhere. And I get out of the car and I see this big truck coming up and kind of headed toward me. I'm like thinking, oh shit. And it's funny, he goes on me like, hey, I watch your shows. I'm like, hey, awesome. Stop paying
Oh, Mark.
Nice.
That is badass. Mark saw Pitt and Temple at Franklin Field in 77. Wow.
I was 5 years old back in 77.
Mark, that is awesome. See, we're Temple fans.
Either that
we
makes
root for
Mark,
Temple.
Either that Mark's really old or I'm really young. One or two.
He's just been around the block a few times. That's all. No, seriously though, man, that's amazing. 1977, Franklin Field, Pitt versus Temple. Who won? Do you remember who won? And don't say Pitt.
Fred wants you to lie, regardless. No.
Yeah.
It's
just tell me what I want to hear. That my team didn't lose. Either way, I'll respect the results. It's okay.
Jance is in the house. What's up, Jance? Jancey is here.
What's
He's
up,
rolling
Jance?
with us tonight. But yeah, so.
Yeah, Matt, that's right. Tony Dorsett. Unreal.
Oh, guess what I got as a late Christmas gift?
Not another air fryer.
No, a slow cooker.
Oh, jackpot.
Got a slow cooker. It came in. It was late. It came in the mail. It was shipped. Got a slow cooker. Oh yeah.
Nice.
What's up, Joe? So I'm looking.
Hey,
I'm like, this box is at my door. Like, the hell's this? And I'm like, it's a slow cooker. I was like, yes, because I know a couple weeks ago, Susan, who I haven't seen yet tonight, Susan was talking about doing slow cooker foods, and Jancy mentioned, like, because a while back, Jancy and his wife stopped by, gave me some cookbooks. I didn't have a slow cooker. Now I got a slow cooker. I'm like, yes.
Excellent. It's going to come in handy too, dude. I mean, let's face it. We're kind of in that like time of the year. The holidays are over. We're back to work. We're back to normal, if you will. And it's going to get cold, right?
Yeah.
I mean, January, February, going to be cold. We might get some more snow. So to have that slow cooker, it's going to be nice.
Nice thing, I could just throw it in the pot in the morning, log into work, let it go till the afternoon, and by the time I get done with work, boom, supper.
Exactly. Set it and forget it.
That's right.
That's it.
Wait, what was that? That was from somewhere, and I forget what it was. Set it and forget it. What commercial was that? Son of a bee.
It was from one of the many late night infomercials that would be, like
when I was still doing my soda kick and I was like on like couldn't sleep. I remember watching the infomercials. Set it and forget it.
Me too, man. Billy Mays tucked me in every night, metaphorically.
How did he die? How did Billy Mays die? I forget.
Just total insomnia, trying to get to sleep, and all that's on at that hour is, the infomercials. Yeah.
Guess who? It's
Yep, Ron Popeil. Remember him, Jay? Ron Popeil.
No. Back in the day, growing up, I really was not into football. Still really not. But on my mom's side, my aunt's, well, he'd be my uncle. My aunt's husband's nephew was Shane Conlon from the Buffalo Bills. So whenever we'd go up to New York to see that side of the family, we'd always go see, if they were playing, we'd go see a Bills game. And so technically, I guess he was related to Shane Conlon in a matter of speaking. But
that's cool. Very cool.
We go to horse. At the time, my cousin and her husband owned they had a race. They owned a horse, a race horse. So we'd also go up to the track, and it's funny. Like we go get drinks. Like, and I was like, I maybe 10, 11. I go to carry back the beer. And like, no, you can't carry that. I'm like, well, why? It's just I didn't know the law. Kids couldn't carry beer back to the stands. I'm going to get my other cousin like, no, I'll take it. What did I do wrong? You can't carry beer in public. Oh, it's yeah. Shane was my uncle. Well, he was seeing my aunt. Him and my aunt were. I mean, they were never technically married, but they lived together. They were together for oh God, since I remember, and I've been around since the 70s. Since I've really been that I can remember. So he's been always part of our family. So I just made my uncle, and yeah, he was name's Rich, good guy. So yeah, we'd always, when we go up, we'd go see the Bills play, and I remember getting autographs. Like they would send me like autograph, pictures and stuff. I wish I still kept it. I'd probably be worth something today, but
sure. Jay, did you ever get out to Penn State? You ever get out to that part of Pennsylvania, like for games or anything like that? You ever been out there?
No. I mean, when I think when I was a kid, I remember my dad taking us out, but I not within the last 20 years.
There's a place that I think you would just fall in love with, and I'm reading Joe's comment. Used to hang at the same bar as Shane Conlon back in the 80s. So, Joe, I assume you're probably familiar with the Ye Old College Diner, right? Jay, this is a place that, if only it was closer,
it'd be awesome.
I think you'd love it. I mean, it's just kind of, it's been there forever. It's that's what it is. It's just a little old college diner, and they have these sticky buns or honey buns that they make. And, on your way out, you're paying your bill so you could, buy them and take them to go. And, they're just great.
There was a place, and I think it's still there. Years ago, my one buddy, his boss owned a house in Ocean City, New Jersey. And it was like literally 3 blocks from the beach. So every year we'd all rent, my buddy would rent the house, and there'd be like 10 of us. We'd all pitch in. We'd all it'd be like 100 and something a piece, and we'd all go down for a week. And on the corner, which was like 4 doors up from where the house was, there was this little, I can't remember. Oh, I'm blanking. If I remember, I'll tell you, but there was this little diner. They had the best milkshakes, and they're open 24/7. No, I can't remember the name. I had it in my head and it just went by. I can't remember. Damn it. I hate when that happens. Angelina Audrey is hanging with us from Instagram. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for checking in.
Well, Jay, just totally scratch what I was what I was saying about that diner in State College.
Oh, it's
It
closed.
closed. Yeah, it closed. It was torn down. I did not know that. Man, that was a staple. I can't believe that. My gosh.
Yeah, we still got a road trip to Bun Busters. I still want to
Yeah,
get
we
there.
do. Yeah, we do.
Because I mean, I'll search YouTube every once in a while just see if anybody put up any like videos from that place. There's like a 3-minute video from like years ago. So like we got to get in there. We got to do a new one.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go there, and then on the way back, just to be like gluttonous, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop at Yakko's.
Oh, Yakko, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do Yakko's again.
Dude, we can complete the triangle that day. We could start at Bun Busters, then Hot Dog Johnny's, come back into the Lehigh Valley, go to Yakko's.
I remember bazookas. Bazookas, and anybody that doesn't know what bazookas is, bazookas was a knockoff to Hooters. And bazookas used to be down right around the corner from Coughlin High School, or where Coughlin, what was Coughlin. Now it's a nightclub, but originally it was a bazookas. And I think it was, if I remember the story right, it was bazookas was opened by someone who formerly had something to do with Hooters. So it basically had the same Hooters concept, the chicks with the tight shirts and the shorts and but it, they had wings and stuff, and I remember that place.
How was the food? Was it any good?
I kept going back, but I don't know if it was the food, beer, or the women. I don't remember. It was that long ago.
I kept going. Something kept you coming back. I mean,
it was either the food, the hot women, or the beer.
Or the cold beer. Yeah.
It's
Oh, that's funny.
I still remember, and Mike knows this. He remembers this. Back in the day, it was called Jitterbugs in the Gateway Shopping Center. And I drove past there. I went past there like the end of last year. I just drove by. I just drove in the back there past Price Chopper, and just to see if you can even tell it, and you can't even tell it was there. It's all done over. But Jitterbugs used to have that was the place to go Friday and Saturday nights. That's where you went. You went to Jitterbugs. Just like you either went to the Woodlands or you went to Jitterbugs. I always went to Jitterbugs. But they had this deal where you paid like $5 and you from like 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock or 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock, you could have all the free pizza you want and all the free draft beer. I was like, yes.
Free draft beer? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, there was. It wasn't open. It wasn't open long. I don't think it was even open a year. Well, if it was a year. It wasn't more than a year.
Mark, I agree with you. John Chaney is a legend. We shook hands with him once or twice back in the day. Incredible basketball coach, man. He was Temple basketball, He was a great coach. Yes, sir.
Then there was the Barrels in the Mall. That was an interesting restaurant. That was cool looking.
I've heard of the Barrels, yeah.
It was like a restaurant bar, from what I can remember, and their lights, their fixtures were actually like barrels with holes in it, so the lights would go through. But it was the barrel. I guess that's why they called it the Barrels. I don't know, but probably. But it was a neat place back in the day. my sister used to work there as a waitress, my oldest sister. And I remember there was another store which she worked at too. And it was called Merry-Go-Round. Well, me and my oldest sister are 10 years apart. So they're like, my mom's like, oh, she's working at the merry-go-round. And I'm thinking like a merry-go-round, like ride in the mall, like in the middle of the mall type thing. I'm like, a merry-go-round, and didn't realize it was a clothing store. But yeah, it was merry-go-round, Spencer's. I think Spencer's is still open.
Yeah, they're still there.
Spencer, I remember. Well, last week the mall was closed for like a couple days because of a power outage.
Power failure. Yeah.
But I also heard. Now I don't know how true it is. I don't know if it was just a rumor that they didn't pay their electric bill and the power got like shut off. I heard that too. So I don't know what the true rumor was.
Well, you have to imagine. I mean, it's got to cost a fortune to power a building of that size. Any mall, let alone like our mall. I mean, and dude, half the time you go there, sometimes I run in there for like a special card. I go to Hallmark. Now I heard Hallmark is closing, or maybe they already closed. I don't know, but half the lights are like shut off in the place anyway. I mean, half the place is dark. The food court is
no more
dark. Yeah, I mean, it's totally like dim. I mean, it's just so. I think Bill brought that up a few minutes ago. Like, if they were to repurpose the mall into something, something progressive like that, like a Reading Terminal style place, or I don't know, put a Dave and Buster's up in there, put a movie theater in there or something,
There was like multiple movie theaters there and they just never made it. There was.
True. Yeah.
And Mike, no, I did not get my clothes from Chess King. It was the Gene King. Get it right. And I didn't it was funny because right before school started for you went back after summer vacation. I'd be like, oh, time to go get school clothes. So we go to Gene King. Well, I hated trying on clothes. I still hate trying on clothes. But if you bought for each pair of jeans you bought or got, they gave you a free Whopper card for Burger King. So I would be like, oh, let's get I'd be happy just get the Burger King cards and go get free Whoppers. But hey, what's wrong with? I don't know. I don't think I ever went there. I don't even know what chess. I didn't even remember even going to a Chess King. Don't even remember it. Never. I don't even remember hearing of it. Big thing with that. What was the Gene King? Elliot Gatuna. The Gene King. Yeah, I heard he died tragic. And then right after, that's when all the stores closed. I guess his wife tried to run it and she didn't work. Katuna. Something like that. But he was in a car accident. He was in a wicked car accident. And he didn't make it. Just like who was that comedian? Oh, Sam Kinison. He was in a bad car accident, and that's what did him in. That's what killed him.
Yeah, same with James Dean too. I was reading about James Dean a couple days ago. One of those old timer actresses passed away. I mean, it's kind of vague. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name, but somebody passed away recently, and she was in movies back in the, I don't know what, the 50s, 40s, 50s. And anyway, I kind of went down a rabbit hole. I started reading about James Dean and the King of Cool and all that kind of stuff, and I didn't know he was in a bad car accident as well. I guess he was like a race car enthusiast and got into a bad accident and passed away. I didn't know that.
Mike made a good point. They gave you Burger King vouchers so you put on more weight, so you have to buy more jeans. Dad, maybe, who knows? It's
That's genius marketing right there. We'll keep them coming back.
It was
Give
funny.
them a food voucher.
With Sam Kinison, he had a Corvette, and I didn't notice that. Well, I when I read it, I found, but I didn't really know that at that time. He was a reverend. He was a minister, and the plate on the back of his vet said ex-rev. When he went comedian, ex-rev.
Yeah, yeah, he was. He had the personality too, Jay. Like some of the old clips that I've seen of Kinison. You know, just I mean, he was so like, you know, pumped up all the time and so like manic. You know, so he kind of had that.
He got his break. You know who gave him his break in comedy?
Was it Dangerfield?
Yeah, he played it. He was every like once a month or once every so many months. Because I remember I had home box office back in the day. Well, my family did, and it'd be like Rodney Dangerfield hosts the young comedian special with and Sam Kinison was like came through. Sam Kinison, Robert Townsend, Dice, Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah.
But Sam Kinison, he's like, "Ha!" and everybody just went crazy. And like I guess that's what started Sam Kinison.
We saw the Dice Man at the Kirby Center about a year ago. I think it was.
I didn't realize
about a year ago. It was great. We had a great time.
It was. There was this old. Now this movie had to be back in the. I'm going to say 50s, 60s, maybe 70s, but I think it was before the 70s. Imagination something. I want to say Imagination was in the title, but anyway, it was a story about a lady who, back then women didn't have their own, women, it was the men who did all the, went out and worked and everything. Well, this lady ended up opening almost like a storefront diner, like near the shore. And she went in, she talked the guy into letting her rent it for free or some type of deal. She fixed it up and she teamed up with the colored lady, and they made pancakes, and everybody went crazy for these pancakes. And the storyline went where the lady had a daughter, the pancake lady. Well, the cook had a daughter, but the daughter was mulatto, but she favored more white than colored. And it just went on like how it was just over. It was a black and white. It was just a good old fashioned movie, But back then, you didn't see women become established like restaurant owners or owners of really. It was like the guys that did it. But she stood out. She made a stand, and she pushed herself and punched a hole in it, and Imagination something, I think. Oh man, I can't remember. If anybody remembers that movie years about the pancake lady, let me know. Because I want to try and find it, because I want to watch it. I don't remember the name. I'm sure I could probably find it somewhere on some point of social media.
It's getting harder to find stuff, man. Like there's, me being such a music
Orion.
Yeah, such a music nut. Like I was searching for some stuff on YouTube this week, just I don't know, different bands like performing that I go back and rewatch, and like YouTube just is taking stuff down for I don't know, copyright.
Maybe.
I mean, you would hope that most of it is protected under fair use, and But
I got 2 of my videos got nailed. I'm trying to fight it for fair use.
you know what I've noticed? My videos are being flagged because of the music
In the
that I
background.
use in the and like that's just, I mean, that's just a me thing. I just rather have a little bit of like low volume kind of music going while I'm talking and rambling, doing my thing. And the clips that I'm using are like part of my package that I have. So like, what the hell?
Right.
But they're coming up
like,
flagged. It's like, man,
I'm getting videos flagged that I done 3 years ago. Now they're just like fine. Like, I don't know if the algorithm,
yeah.
they changed the algorithm and it's picking, but like, so that's another reason why I kind of was playing with making a new intro, because the yes, Joe, yes, that is it. Imagination of life. Correct.
Joe gets the prize. Joe gets the prize tonight.
Imagination of life. Yes. Great movie.
Yeah, Jay,
find that, watch it. It's a great old time movie. I mean, there's more to a plot to it than just pancakes, but that's what I remember. And how did I think? I was reading today. There's a guy that passed away. He was 69 years old. T.K. Carter. He played I know he played for a while in Punky Brewster, the TV show back in the day. And Judy gets the prize.
Judy gets the prize. Okay, well, you guys could split it.
And the person I was talking with said, "Oh, and that's how he started thinking about this pancake movie." And I just couldn't remember the name. Yeah, 1934. Man, I was way off because I was saying 50s or 60s. Great movie. If you guys could find it, Imagination of Life, watch it. It's what old school movies.
Do you watch It's a Wonderful Life around Christmas time? You know, that's always on TV. Around.
I haven't watched it in a couple of years, but when my mom was alive, I would end up watching it with her every time it would come on before Christmas.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: we bought my mom the DVD, and she wouldn't watch it. Like she would only watch it like it's like watching A Christmas Story not on Christmas Eve. It just didn't seem right. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Yep. I hear you.
It's
that's what sometimes like in the summer, I'm talking like June, July, flipping through my channels and like Christmas Vacation is on. And I'm like, great movie, but I'm not there yet. You know, that's a movie I can only watch after Thanksgiving.
like I said, I can only bring myself to watch A Christmas Story on Christmas Eve. Yeah. If it's any other time, can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. It's like, how I told everybody that I went back with Xfinity, and I got their streaming. See, back a couple of years ago, I had it was like $200. I had cable, I had the internet, blah 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 blah. Now I was able to get a package where it's $80 for the internet, and it's 1.4 gigabytes, so I could still do my work. I could still connect to work stuff and everything. Astound was 1.5, 1.4 works. And I didn't get their cable box, but I got their streaming channels for $20 a month. So I'm paying $100, $102 a month for this. And I downloaded the app on my TV. I have it on my computer. So you go through, they sub the channel guide like they did, but there's where the numbers would be like 2, 3, 4. It's no longer there's numbers. It's just channels, basically, or app, however you want to call it. I came across Star Wars. Oh, I remember the Star Wars special. Wookiee Holiday, I think it was called, or at least one of them anyway. But I was going through the channels and I found the Action Channel. Well, this was at like 1 a.m. They were running Knight Rider in the A-Team. I was like, you got to be. I'm like, I love this channel now. I'm like, this is my favorite channel.
Mr. T.
Yeah.
The A-Team, Mr. T. Yeah.
I was watching the episode. Nice. They were showing the episode where the lady who played BA's mom, Della Reese, who played in, which was a very good. Oh, I didn't know that. Della Reese, which played. Do you know how Michael Landon and Victor French did Highway to Heaven?
I'm not familiar.
You don't remember? Well, yeah. It was Della. Touch. It's called Touched by an Angel. Okay. Della Reese is a colored lady, but she wonderful actress, and she played BA's mom. And in the episode, she lived in an apartment that was being like overtaken by like, you know, scum and stuff. And, you know, the A-Team goes in and cleans house like they always do. Well, they show the scene, you know, they're all in the A-Team van and the car phone rings and they're like, all right, Face, who'd you give it to this time? Who'd you give our number to this time? We're calling it was BA's mom. And Hannibal answers, he's like, she wants to talk to the leader of the A-Team, Mr. Baracus. And they're looking like, oh, you know. Next thing you see the van pull over. BA gets out. He's like, they broke my mom's arm. Nobody touches my mom and gets away with it. I killed him. We're going to Chicago now, Hannibal. And Faith goes, well, the fastest way to get there is to fly. We know BA would never fly. He's like, that's it. We're flying. Face, scam an airplane, scam a jet, you know, like. But it was fun. I was watching that episode. And then right after, like it run like 2 or 3 episodes of the A-Team or how many, and then it would go into Knight Rider. And it's like Knight Rider still kicks butt. I don't care, it still kicks butt. Was watching that. There was a guy local who has a kit or had a kit. When I worked back in the car dealership days, we did business with this one body shop guy. Collision Repair was called. I forget. But he restored a kit for a local guy. The guy was out either in California, Nevada, Los Angeles, wherever he was at, Las Vegas, like who knows. And found this kit, but it was one they used for jumping. So it had the full roof. It didn't have T-tops because it was used like when you see the car jump over and you get like the undercarriage of it, it was a stunt car. So what this guy did who owned the repair shop, you know, cut out the T-top, put T-tops in it to make it look more. But the dash, everything lit up, everything like the show. And it was a local guy, and I don't know if he still had it, but that was like, I'm like sitting in kid, I'm like, yeah, you know. A guy I knew, I have a picture on my Facebook page from years ago. He bought a General Lee, and he had it like it was called it's from D'Angelo Auto Sales when it was across from Sabatini Pizza. And I did hear that, Mike. He lived it, but I don't know if he was born there, but I know he lived there for a while. He lived in Ashley. The professor, yeah, that's right, it did. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, but yeah, I got to sit in the General Lee. I got to sit in Knight Rider. I was like, yeah. This was all before, like, you know, cell phones were big, and I was like, too bad I didn't have it then. When I was down in Tennessee, I'm going back, this was like 2003. I went to this place called Cars of the Stars. And at that time, they had the DeLorean from Back to the Future, you know, the General Lee, the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. Do you remember Don Knotts played in as a police officer before his Three's Company days?
Yeah, he was in the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, they had his patrol car there on show. They had Fred Flintstone's car from the Flintstones movie, the Fred Flintstone mobile. They had that. It was neat. It was really, really cool. The first Michael Keaton's first Batmobile. Yeah, but I remember hearing that the guy who played the professor lived in Ashley. They said, I don't know if he was born and raised there, but he lived in Ashley for a while. I was like, cool. Davy Jones from the Monkees had a place out in the Poconos.
Really?
Yeah. Because I remember Bruno Sammartino. Oh yeah, he was from Pittsburgh. I forgot about that. I haven't. Well, I mean, I watched old school wrestling, but I forgot about Bruno Sammartino. Oh no shit. That was at least. I hope he gave you an autograph for that one. That would have been cool as shit. There's a lot of well, not a lot, but who's from Pittsburgh? Shane Douglas. He's a wrestler. Yeah, well, he doesn't wrestle anymore. He was an ECW guy. He was from Pittsburgh. Who else? Back in the days of the NWA tag team with Arn Anderson. Larry Zbyszko, I think, was from Pittsburgh. And yeah, of course, Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah, there's a ton of people that came out of Pittsburgh. Mr. Rogers, Andy Warhol, obviously, Jeff Goldblum, Gene Kelly.
I didn't know Jeff Goldblum was from Pittsburgh. I know he was from Pennsylvania.
Michael Keaton is from Pittsburgh.
Really?
Michael Keaton.
No kidding. Batman himself.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Winston Niles? Winston Niles Rumford just joined us from Instagram, or was watching us from Instagram?
A ton of athletes, of course, from Pittsburgh. You got your Mario Lemieux, hockey player, Joe Montana, Joe Namath.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Roberto Clemente, of course, Honus Wagner. Man.
Bill threw a question off topic, but do you guys have any new exciting places to go out to eat? Said I want to check out either the Boulevard Diner or it's called G&W's or G&M's Warehouse out in Scranton. I want to check that place out. The new place, well, the place that's on Lower DeMunds Road, I want to check out now because that's piqued my interest. There's where Old Rocks 52 is. There's now a Mexican place. I want to check that place out. Also that where Charlie B's used to be, I want to check there out too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got some places in mind for this, and of course we've been saying this since last year. We want to go to Bun Buster.
Indeed,
yeah. So it's
Bill, to be honest, like I'm kind of thinking, like, is there any new and exciting? I'd have to. My wife would have to remind me because we usually just order from the same places all the time, but like we're okay with that. Yeah,
creature of habit.
Like we're creatures of habit in that regard. Like tonight we got Hops and Barley's. That's one of our favorite places in the area.
I want to go back to Hops. I do want to go back to Hops, but every time I say, "Hey, GF, let's go to Hops," well, no, it's going to be too crowded because it's like New Year's Eve. Shit. You have to go when it's not like a holiday because it gets too big.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Hops has a great menu. I don't know. The service is always great. The people are friendly. It's a cool place. The takeout is always good. So yeah, tonight we got Hops. I mean, that's kind of one of our.
Hops used to always give you like massive portions, and the price used to be always really reasonable.
Huge. I like too much food, man. I mean, you have leftovers for a couple days. Seriously, yeah, they're very generous. They really are.
Flynn,
yeah.
No, I did not know that. There was a Disney movie. I can't remember names, but it was it was about this guy inherited or somehow ended up with a ski resort, and it was another good old school Disney movie. A lot of people think now today Disney's like with cartoons and animation. Disney had back in the day some really good old like live action, like live movies. I was gonna say, I remember being.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was from Gary, Indiana. That's true.
I was gonna say, I don't think it was from yeah.
No.
There was an old movie back, I think in the 70s it came out. I remember watching it in the 70s, and it was a tearjerker. It was a cartoon. It was, I don't know who did it, I can't remember. But the name of it was called Watership Down. It was about rabbits. And damn it, if you did not tear up at the end of this movie, you have no heart. You're heartless. You're heartless. Yeah, I remember watching it. Like at the end, man, I could not cry. But it was I remember it being a good. It was about like a bunch of rabbits, and I can't remember the whole storyline, but I remember at the end it was a tearjerker. I was like, like. Also, there's a Christmas movie called Nestor the Long-Eared Donkey. I can't watch that either. I can't watch that movie anymore. When I was a kid, I couldn't watch it because it was too much of a tearjerker, man. I could not watch it. No, I don't remember that. Mike put up, does anybody remember a place called Hacky Snacks in the Wyoming Valley Mall? No.
I don't think so, Mike. Yeah, I can't recall. I remember. Go ahead, Jay.
I would say I remember like Gertrude Hawk's. They used to have actually a chocolate bar, like an actual sit-down bar in the back where they dipped it. You get like hand-dipped chocolate. I remember that, but I don't remember no Hacky Snacks. I remember a Hacky Sack. We used to do that at Votech, waiting for the buses to come take us back to homeschool. But like, I don't remember no Hacky Snacks.
I just remember like my good old days hanging out at the mall, on like a Friday night. Somebody's mom is, nice enough to drop you off. Okay, get out of the car. Somebody picking you up? Yeah, we'll get a ride home. Okay. Hang out at the mall. The food court was banging. You ran into all your friends. It was great. It was great hanging out at the mall.
It was funny because, well, after I started like working at the food court, I was working at E02 Hot Dogs and More. I'd work Saturday night. I'd work the weekend. And when it was Christmas, I'd work Friday night after working at the car lot, Saturday, Sunday. So at one point I worked 7 days straight for a year, which I had a killer paycheck. Couldn't spend it because I was working on 7 days straight. Oh, wow. Did not know that.
That's right. Ken Griffey also.
I remember being up at, even on a Saturday and Sunday, the food court was always busy. The mall was always busy. And it was A&W. There was always the Chinese place, Boardwalk Fries. I forget what the other one, but between my store, Boardwalk Fries, and Arby's, we'd always play we'd food swap. Arby's liked our root beer floats, and we loved their curly fries. Boardwalk Fries loved our they would get our root beer floats, and I'd always get a couple of hamburgers because they were selling hamburgers. And that was the only place you can get a hamburger in the food court at that point in time. So we used to play musical food. Every Sunday, I'd always open and close because it was like we'd open at 10 and close at like 6 or so. I just work all day. I'd set up. Then after I set up, I'd take a walk, to the bathroom or something. I'd just take a quick walk up and down just to get out. There's this guy who'd come in every Sunday religiously. He'd order a Chicago-style dog, which we made. He'd add liquid cheese like nacho cheese, and you get a white milk.
Ooh,
That was a hell of a combination. I mean, I love
yeah,
white milk with my hot dog.
that's
I love cheese on like liquid cheese, nacho cheese on my hot dog. But Chicago dog it had tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, relish, mustard, celery salt, topped with a pickle. And this guy would add nacho cheese on it, and he'd run, I need 2 white milks. Okay. And I'm like, my stomach's like going, oh, just thinking about it. But those were the good old days, though. We used to hand make our own root beer, none of this pre-made in bag and box stuff. We used to actually make it. We'd have these metal cylinders that we'd hook up to our lines. It looked like a big witch's cauldron we had in the back, and we'd fill it with so many gallons of water. We just literally take sugar, like bags of the sugar. It was like 12 or 15 bags of sugar. I mean, it was, I don't know if it's exact, but it was like a lot of bags of sugar. We would stir it, and it would sit. We'd cap it. It would sit overnight, so everything would dissolve, like the sugar would dissolve it, make it sugar water, and then. Yeah, that was sad too when Jenny died in Forrest Gump. So then the next day, the next person that would come in would finish off the root beer. They'd get so many A&W concentrate, the syrup, pour it in, mix it. Then we'd fill up the container, like these cylinders, and we'd hook them to the lines. But we would make our own homemade root beer, and it was a pain in the butt, but it was awesome. It was awesome too because it was homemade. It was like literally homemade root beer. Oh, no kidding, Flynn. You met Arnold. Where'd you meet him at? I'd like to hear the story.
I think he's kidding, but
I mean,
we'll find out. Maybe.
When I worked at Arby's, I worked with a guy who used to go up to Pocono Downs and gamble a lot. And before it became Mohegan Sun, when it was still Pocono Downs. It was either when it was Pocono or just right after Mohegan bought it, but it was like really in the early stages. He was up there betting the ponies, and there was a guy with a whole bunch of an entourage, like people around him, and my buddy ended up hanging out with him all night. Here it was Kid Rock. Before Kid Rock became this big, like before he was known.
Before he bowed himself into the bang bang diggy diggy.
Yeah, before he got all big, he was up shooting. He was up gambling at Pocono Downs.
Diggy said the boogie said I'm up the boogie. Yeah, something like that.
The guy I worked with hung out with him all night. Him and his buddies.
Nice.
That's
cool.
I met the people from Kiss. When I was a little kid, I met the guy who played Boss Hogg. It was cool because it was a Sunday, and this is when Dukes of Hazzard were on prime time, big on they were on NBC every Friday night, and it was my dad worked out at Howard Isaacs. He was the general manager where Sheets is now. In the Kingston Armory, or was he? I forget where he worked at. One of the car dealerships, and the Kingston Armory had a car show, and the favorite featured car was the General Lee, and who was there signing autographs but Sorrel Book, who played Boss Hogg, and I didn't know this till later after I read his biography. When Sorrel Book was out, I guess he loved the Boss Hogg character. He used to be in character like 90% of the time. So when I was my dad said, I'm taking him down to the car. So me and my dad went down, and I got an autograph, which I wish I still had, but I don't. It's at my sister's house somewhere in the attic. But I got to meet Boss Hogg, and I shook his hand, and I remember asking him, "Oh, so what's Roscoe?" Or something about the show. I was just a little kid. I thought it was really Boss Hogg. He's like, well, he's probably chasing him, dang gone, dupe, you know, and he just played character. And I was like, oh, I got to meet Boss Hogg, you know. And then as years went on after he passed away, I was reading his bio, and it said like he loved his fans. He loved the character. He'd play character like 90% of the time. He'd be Boss Hogg, you know, and
yeah.
But
I think some celebrities kind of have that and others don't, you know. Like, you know, that saying, you know, don't meet your heroes because you'll be disappointed, right? I've been there a couple times.
I found that when I met Peter Criss. He wasn't in Kiss anymore. He was doing his own thing, and he was playing at the Woodlands, I believe. It was the Woodlands. But back in the days of the mall, when the mall was young, there was 2 record stores. And no, I wish I did. It was the Gallery of Sound, and there was another one.
Yeah, the Wall. Wasn't it called the Wall?
Maybe. I can't remember. But it wasn't Gallery of Sound, it was the other one. And Peter Criss was doing an autograph signing. And Mike something else, I'll tell you. So Peter Criss was doing a signing, and I was like, I wanted to go. And I drugged my girlfriend at the time with me. I'm like, come on, you got to go. And she's like, oh, geez, you know, so I'm in line. I get to him like, you know, I want you, like, how you doing? Big fan. And he was just like he could have gave 2 shits less, you know? And I was like,
yeah,
it's disappointing.
Yeah, I've been there too. But yeah, Kane Marco. So like back to the Kid Rock thing. I mean, yeah, you know, he was popular when I was, I don't know, maybe end of middle school, coming up into high school, you know. So, but I was a big wrestling fan, so I loved when The Undertaker would come out to American Badass. He'd ride out on the motorcycle and it'd be, I am American Badass. Like that was, to be a kid watching that was awesome.
When he changed his gimmick a little bit, his character.
Yeah.
I remember that.
He cut his hair. He kind of ditched like the, you know, Undertaker vibe and just became like an American Badass riding a Harley Davidson into the ring, you know.
I remember the storyline. Well, kind of the storyline where he was feuding with McMahon in you know, there's another group of the wrestlers, and I guess like the week before they did like a pay-per-view show, and he was supposed to like get injured or disappear or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, the week after he comes out, you know, with I hears I am, and then he comes rolling out on his Harley, and
yeah, that was.
But I still, all right. I'm gonna give now the old school people will know this.
That was a great era, by the way. That era Undertaker was awesome. I mean, I loved his creepy. I mean, he scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Some like him and Paul Bearer. Remember Paul Bearer? Like they were
Percy Brown.
They were scary, dude. As a kid watching them, like I'd be like looking away, like these guys are terrifying. But then when he switched it up and was doing the motorcycle, you know, the biker image and stuff, that was cool.
It was like I'll watch on YouTube like Undertaker's scariest moments or intros or something, and yeah. I'm like. There was one episode where he was feuding with Brock Lesnar, right? And you know, they wheeled like his, you know, the whoever you want to call him, wheeled out a casket and put the casket like right next to the ring.
Yeah.
And
it just stays there, right? Like it's just sitting there. Yeah.
Brock's just like, you know, like this ain't funny, this ain't, and like I mean, if Brock was acting, he was acting pretty damn good. Like he looked like he was pissed. Well, he goes out, he opens up the casket, nobody there, shuts it, gets in the ring. Well, all of a sudden the thing just lifts on its own. And the Undertaker's in there, and like the look on Brock Lesnar's and Paul Heyman's face, they could not have known that was going to happen. It was too, or like I said, if they were acting and they knew, they played it really well. But like, there was also one time where Kurt Angle just won the title. Like, it was one of the pay-per-view shows. So you know how, like, towards the end, like at the end when the champion, whoever wins, it, like, you know, gloating and everything. Undertaker comes out, and he comes out on a like a horse-drawn, like almost like you'd see in the chariot race, like a, but it was like for like the Undertaker comes out. He raises his hands like this, and they had looks like lightning bolts hit the four corners of the ring. Right, all of a sudden the ring, he does like his, like, you know how he does his arms, he'll drop his arms. The whole freaking ring collapsed.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, yeah, you know, it was rigged, but to pull that off, to have the ring just like even the rope, like everything just dropped. I mean, Kurt Angle's look on his face was like, holy shit, like you can't like make this or fake this, some of this stuff. And
to Kane Marco. Dude, I remember watching, I think it was like 93, 94, watching with my dad. Lex Luger lifted Yokozuna on the battleship, the USS Intrepid.
I saw that.
It was like, yeah, I remember it was a big challenge. Like, nobody could lift him. You know, Lex Luger lifts him, body slams him on that battleship.
And everybody just went nuts.
Yeah, place went crazy. That was great.
It was he flies him by helicopter on the deck of the Intrepid.
That's right. Shit, I remember watching that as a kid. That was awesome.
The Undertaker, prior to his WWF, WWE days, was in a tag team. Does anybody remember who that tag team was and who was his tag partner? There's a question for you.
I got some thoughts. I got some theories. Taker teamed up with a couple people, couple other wrestlers over the years, but he was always kind of just his own thing. Yeah.
Mike put the Weltzmans had a wrestling school, and yeah, I remember. I was never there, but I know they had it. I don't know if it's still there, if they moved to another location, but they were there. So if anybody, okay, so back in the days of the NWA, question: what was that? What tag team did he, and who was his tag partner back in the NWA? Before it became before it merged out to WCW, was the NWA. Does anybody know?
While we're waiting on responses here, Mark Wald. Earlier, you mentioned your sister saw the Beatles in Pittsburgh for less than $10.
Oh shit!
That's unbelievable, man. I would have loved to have seen them. I mean, I know there probably was a lot of screaming. You probably couldn't hear the music. That's why they stopped touring in the late 60s. But there was someone I worked with a few years ago, and she saw the Beatles at Shea Stadium, like the iconic Shea Stadium, the British invasion, Beatles getting off the plane. This lady I worked with was at Shea Stadium, saw the Beatles in like 60, whatever. Said it was nuts.
Kane, you're close. You're really, really close. What happened was there was a tag team called the Skyscrapers. It was Dangerous Dan Spivey and Sid Vicious. Well, Vicious got injured, and they put he went, Mark Callet, but he went by. They put him as the partner to Dan Spivey as the Skyscrapers. And then not too long after that, he became Undertaker in WWE. I remember Papa Shango.
I met a couple wrestlers over the years. I think we met Bob Backlund once. think we met him in Hershey.
Before the Mohegan
Yes.
Arena. They used to come up to the Catholic CYC and did shows.
Used to go all the time.
I was outside. I went with a guy with a couple guys from Burger King. We went up and watched, and it was an intermission. Yep, it was an intermission. So we were outside just getting air. Who opens up the back door? But sensational Sherry Martel, and but she was not in character. She was just like herself, and that same event. Who do I see driving in a little like rental car? But Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Oh yeah.
Man, I can't believe he died too. Jim Neidhart. He was. He didn't talk much, but man, he had some power behind him, and he used it. Like he was like, I think he was a football player at one point. I think, not 100% sure, but Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
I met.
Do you remember? Now I'm going back to like CYC days when Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty split, and Marty Jannetty, they tried to redo the Rockers with Marty Jannetty and I can't remember who the other guy was.
Well, I know. Was that maybe before he became the Heartbreak Kid and teamed up with Triple H?
Yeah, it was before. It was when it was Marty
Before
Jannetty
that.
and Shawn Michaels, the Rockers.
Okay.
They broke up. Marty Jannetty, they paired him with I want to say Al Snow before he went by just Al Snow. He went under another name, I think. And they were called like the New Rockers or some shit like that. Well,
Yeah.
I remember like for some reason I don't even know why I did this, but I yelled at not Janae, but the other guy. I'm like, you suck, right? And this guy gave me the most dirtiest look. I was like, I thought I was dead. But everything about giving wrestling a whirl, I did, but not as a wrestler. Like as like I know, hell, like maybe like a referee or something. I wanted to get somehow in the business, but I didn't know how and I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I thought about it. I saw Rob Van Dam in the ECW days. That was pretty
Rob Van Dam. Yeah, he was good. Kane, off the top of my head, I met some random wrestlers over the years. We met Bob Backlund, Goldberg. I met Goldberg at a car show. He put me in a chokehold. We took a picture.
No shit.
I met badass Billy Gunn.
Mr. Ass.
Mr. Ass. There's a couple others, man. I met several, like from that era, like would have been like mid '90s. You know, seeing WWF at the time. We used to go see them at the CYC in Scranton. We'd go see them in Hershey. We even go up to Binghamton. We saw WCW Nitro, I think, a couple times in Binghamton.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Like, well, we were talking about Rob Van Dam. ECW was playing. Like I wanted to like be like a manager or something to do like on but not actually as a wrestler because I get my ass kicked or I break every bone in my body. But as something like either a ref or a manager, I think I'd be a cool manager. But I remember the days of ECW. They used to come down to the Kingston Armory, and Mike, you would have been a kick-ass wrestler. You would have been like I'm just gonna mess you up kind of guy. Like,
Yeah.
But I remember like meeting Taz, Jerry Lynn, who's like a wig in AEW. He isn't wrestling, but he's like a behind the scenes guy.
I met Mike Awesome too. Mike Awesome.
I met I wanted to meet the Dudleys, but I didn't happen. But I met Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten, like at a quick like, hey, how you doing? Like he gave me like a high five kind of thing. Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten.
Kevin Nash was one of my favorites. Like back in the day, I loved Kevin Nash, and then when he came to WWF and was Big Daddy Diesel, I loved him.
I remember he was who was he in WCW? I forget.
I think he was just Kevin Nash.
No,
but I think
like he had a gimmick. I can't remember what it was though.
he might have. Yeah,
like Kevin Nash, but I know he had some type of gimmick.
Yeah, Kane.
Oh,
Kane is right on the money.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Or maybe China. Remember China? China.
I wouldn't want to screw with China. She'd whip your ass. Like girl or not, she would kick your ass. And
indeed she would.
I never met China.
There was that other chick too. I cannot think of her name. Hang on. I gotta Google it.
Got arrested in Pennsylvania. I think she got arrested in Pennsylvania. I want to say Allentown, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, definitely. I'd be like, oh yes, come to the light or some shit like that. Yeah, I'd be.
You know who I loved back in the day? Lita.
I think everybody loved Lita.
I loved Lita.
It was but
and Trish Stratus, of course. Trish Stratus, she was another favorite too.
And before the days of Trish, she came out with she was Hunter Hurt when Triple H did the Hunter Hearst Helmsley thing, and Hunter came out with a valet. What was her name? And then she ended up going with Mark Merrow. Sable.
Mm-hmm.
I heard now she's married to Brock Lesnar. I think I thought I saw that somewhere.
Really?
She's with Brock because they showed Brock like out of somewhere with his wife, and it looked just like Sable. I could have sworn it was Sable.
I remember Sable.
I think everybody remembers Sable.
I remember Sable.
Sonny.
Lita was my Sonny, but yeah, Lita was my.
Well, Sonny, did you see? Like Sonny got arrested. Sonny's in jail, I think. Still, I don't know if she got out yet, but she was in jail, and she looked like hell. They showed her. They were doing like a "Where Are They Now" thing on YouTube, and they showed Sonny. Yeah. They showed her her mugshot. Dude, she looked terrible. Like it wasn't like the hottie used to saw walking to the ring. No way, she wasn't no hottie anymore.
Jay, how about this? And to everybody in chat, like think back to, I guess it would have been 90s, early 2000s era, when they would have the Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young all the time, like in the TNA matches and stuff, the bra and panty matches, and like, I mean, they were senior citizens at that point, you know what I mean? They were like
boozing. It was I liked, and that's when I started watching NWA because it looked more real. And then WC, but back when it was NWA, I used to watch it on. It was Saturday mornings before WWF Superstars. I forget what it was. It was I forget the name of what they called it, but it was Larry Zbyszko was one of the what do you call it? Like Gorilla Monsoon was. They do the play-by-plays. It was Larry Zbyszko, and I forgot who he did it with. But I remember parts. It was, and they were looking for, or was it? Or it just become WCW? But they were looking to fill the U.S. tag team titles. They were vacant. They were doing a tournament, and who's in the tournament but the Fabulous Freebirds? That's when I started watching the Freebirds, and but it was Hayes and Garvin. At that point, Terry Gordy got kicked out, and Buddy Roberts. I think I'm not sure what happened to Buddy Roberts, but
that's going back. Yeah, that's going back, dude.
Yeah, it was Larry Zbyszko and who was Gordon no, not Gordon Soley. Maybe it was Gordon Soley. I can't remember. But I used to watch it every Saturday morning. I'd be like tuning in to that wrestling before WWF came on.
My brother and I used to beat the shit out of each other in our living room, pretending we were professional wrestlers, like jumping off the couches. We drove our parents crazy when we were kids. Drove them nuts.
You know what I saw on YouTube? Which
body slamming each other, choke slamming each other on the dude.
I saw this on TV on YouTube. I guess people for a while were trying to do backyard wrestling. I'm surprised no one killed themselves. I was like, oh, because like when you watch WCW, that's all. I mean, that's all scripted. That's
scripted, yeah.
They practice. They go over their when no one they rehearse. When you see these kids doing backyard wrestling, they just. I'm surprised nobody broke an arm, leg, killed themselves. But it was.
Yeah, Kane. We did it all: pile drivers, choke slams, sweet chin music. What was the Rock's move?
The Rock bottom.
Like rock bottom. To this day, right? Like I'm almost 40, and my brother is just right behind me, and like I'll be with him tomorrow. We're going to my parents, for dinner, right? So we'll go have some dinner. As soon as I see him, he'll kick me, and then he'll give me a stone cold stunner. We still do that, and we're grown ass men, and he's still stone cold stunning me. That's like our hello. We could say hello, or he could just
I can go
give me a little kick in the knee, and then boom, puts me and stuns me.
Do you remember when Steve Austin? Well, I'm going back in the WCW when he was known as Stunning Steve Austin. He tagged with Brian Pillman. It was Brian Pillman, and they were like known as I forget what it was. Some blondes,
Texas Outlaws or something. Yeah.
And when Steve Austin had like long hair, and I see pictures, I'm like, holy crap! It was. I still pedigree Sigmith every chance I get.
Yeah. That's a nasty one to get pedigreed. That's a rough one. Best move I ever saw. I'm not going to give too much away, but best move I ever saw. I'm gonna be a little vague about my story here, but I'm just gonna tell you what I can. Two of my family members. This was years ago. We were kids. One of my cousins was mouthing off and misbehaving, right? So another family member, best move I ever saw, gives him a side Russian leg sweep on the front lawn. Just goes up like he's a pro. Boom, takes him right down to the ground. Everybody was okay. Nobody got hurt. Hilarious.
No, Kane, I didn't see Stone Cold ET. I did not see that. Yeah, I remember when Steve Austin had Steve Williams. Okay, yeah, he had hair down to his back, like he had really long freaking hair, and now to see him like all bald, and try and picture him with hair, it's like doesn't go. It was. I would have loved this. I would have loved to meet like Bret Hart, the Hart Foundation. I would have loved to meet. I'll say when ECW came to Kingston, I met Taz, Balls Mahoney, Axel Rotten. That was one of the matches where. Do you remember when Mr. Fuji managed the Orient Express?
Maybe.
Tanaka. One of them his name was Tanaka. Well, he wrestled. He went to ECW, and I saw him. I thought he almost like he was in a match, and I think it went wrong because I think like broke his neck or almost broke his neck, and like they had to like he still went on with the match, but you could tell he was messed up. It was
back when my brother and I were kids, we had a little above ground pool, and that's what, like in the summer, that's when we would practice our wrestling moves, man. In the pool, we would choke slam each other, drop kick each other into the pool.
brotherly love.
Oh yeah,
It was.
Oh man, so great. Get up on the ladder. Okay, now this time I'm going to jump off the ladder. Okay, it's your turn. We would take turns just destroying each other.
Bushwhackers.
Yeah, the Bushwhackers. I remember them.
Buddy of mine was down in Florida, and they actually at one point, now it's no longer. I guess it went under, didn't work. They had a restaurant called Bushwhackers, and every so often you'd meet one of them would be there if you were there the right day. Man,
we could talk wrestling all night. I know we could. I mean, I have so many favorites. I loved. It was called The Brood. It was
Edge, Christian, and Gangrel.
Gangrel, and they would come out spitting blood. I love The Brood so much.
Well, Edge, before he left WWE, he was wrestling. I forget who was wrestling, but all you hear is The Brood, and he came out like and then it went with like his Edge music, but
the music though, dude, that when they would start playing that like funeral music,
you were like, yeah, here he comes.
So great.
Out in the Poconos now, again, it's no longer there because the guy died. Bam Bam Bigelow had a hoagie shop somewhere in the Poconos, and
he died, right? He passed away. Bam Bam, yeah.
And the reason why I knew that, I used to get I used to buy the WWE magazine. And,
I did too.
Well, WWF, and they had like it was a spotlight on. It just had me Bam Bam Bigelow, and it mentioned he had a hoagie place somewhere in the Poconos of Pennsylvania. I'm like, I wanted to go, like,
of all places, right? I mean, like of all places. Yeah, Gangrel was great. Oh man, there was one other I wanted to mention. Oh, like if we're talking entrance music, dude, Val Venus. When Val Venus was doing his thing and that like saxophone music would start.
Oh, yeah. Hello, ladies. And like, Ravishing Rick Rude. Another entrance you could not mistake it.
Oh. Val Venus, dude.
Well,
and I mean,
oh, go ahead.
No, go for it. Well, go ahead. You know what? Go for it. And then I got one more thing. I got one more thing to do.
I was gonna say it's 11:15. Do you want to bring it home and we'll close it with your pickle juice taste test?
Let's do it.
And so next week we could talk wrestling and food.
Yes. All right. I owe everybody a pickle juice slam, since doing laxative challenges just out of the question. Sorry. So this is what you get. This is your thank you. This is your souvenir this evening. Sick Myth doing some pickle juice in a bottle. Yeah, that's pickle juice. So what am I going to do? Am I just going to slam this, or am I going to like take my time?
However you want to do it.
All right. Well,
floor's yours.
Cheers.
And he's chugging it. He is chugging it. He's chugging it. He's chugging it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good or bad?
I'm sure if you like sip on it, take your time. See, I don't mind the taste of pickle juice.
But chugging it?
I wouldn't recommend chugging a 8-ounce bottle of it, but I'm still ticking. I survived. So there you go.
And Sickness has left the building. Well, everyone, our faithful YouTube watchers, Instagram followers, Facebook followers, thank you for hanging with us tonight. It was another great night. If you guys want to pick up the wrestling conversation next week, let us know. We could definitely run with it. On behalf of FP, who joined us earlier, thanks for hanging out with us, FP. Our historian, Sick Myth here, the Fred Crewman guy. Thank you as always. And thank all of you that hang out with us in the chat, asked us questions. Yeah, true, Mark. I am your SGW guy. A little bit of Rob Van Dam. See you next week. We are out.